Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel. So I'm back after a very long time and let's begin with the recipes. So today I'm making Halwa Puri with Channa for you all. Let's get started. So for making the puris dough, we need about 2 cups of maida, all-purpose flour, 1 cup of wheat flour, half cup of semolina or rava. I'm adding about half teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of curd, some salt to taste. Mix all the ingredients well. Make sure you don't leave any of the ingredient. Now I'm adding about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You can even add ghee instead. So to make a perfect dough, I'm adding about half cup of water little by little. So here is my dough ready. I'm greasing it with 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and I'm going to let it rest for about an hour with a cloth. You can see how soft is my dough now. And now after an hour I'm going to make some small balls out of it, which will be convenient to turn it into a puri shape. So I'm cutting it into small pieces. Now gently press it with your palm and make a perfect shaped round balls. Make sure there are no lumps nor there are breaks in between. So now I'm greasing it with some oil again and I'll let it rest for another hour with a wet cloth. So by the time, let's make our chana recipe. So for the chana I'm using about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 small sized onions which I have sliced. Saute them well until golden brown. Once the onions are cooked, add 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Saute them well until the raw smell goes away. Now let's add some spices, half tablespoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and some salt to taste. This recipe has very little ingredients, but it's a very apt recipe. Here I'm adding about 2 cups of chickpeas which I have soaked overnight. So mixed all the ingredients well. So here I'm adding about 2 cups of water and I'm going to let it cook. I'm giving whistle for about 4. So here is my chana ready. It's perfectly cooked now, you can see. Now let's give it a tadka. So in a pan I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of oil. You can even use ghee instead. So for the masala I'm adding about 1.5 teaspoon of red chili powder, kasuri methi 1.5 tablespoon. Mix it well. And lastly I'm adding about lemon juice. So I'm using 1 full lemon here. So add this tadka to the chanas. You will get a best aroma when you do this. So now here it's ready and finally garnish it with some coriander leaves. And here is our chana recipe ready. So now let's begin with the halwa. For that I'm taking about 2 tablespoons of ghee. Make sure you use ghee for the sweet. And here I'm adding some nuts. I'm using cashew and raisins. You can even add almonds, it's optional. So I'm going to do it a slight golden brown. It gives a good aroma. So here are my nuts ready. Let me take it out. Make sure you don't burn it. Now I'm adding about 1 cup semolina, rava. Keep the flame on medium and mix it well. Let all the ghee gets absorbed. I'm adding some cardamom, 4 cardamom and 1 clove. It gives a good flavor when you mix it together. After that, I'm adding about water. I'm adding about 4 cups. So it's 1:2, 1 cup of rava and 4 cups of water. You can see the water is absorbed and it looks very good. Now it's time to add some sugar to it. I'm adding about 1 cup of sugar with the same cup which I have took rava. Now mix it well. And finally I'm adding the nuts and the halwa is ready. You can look at the structure of it. It's perfectly done. So now let's make the puris. I'm dipping the dough into oil. So here we are not going to use the belen, we'll be using hand instead. So grease your hands with some oil and give it a shape. Make sure all the parts are even. Here I'm not making it so big, I'm making it a bit smaller. So you can see now the puri is ready. Let's deep fry it. So here is my oil ready and it goes inside the oil. So you can see once you get the bubble in the side, you can start pouring the hot oil into the puris so that it gives a ball shape. So you can see here is the puri ready. Now give one more a try. So once it gets start bubbling, pour the oil into the puris. Yeah, so you can see it's getting bigger now. And here it is ready to serve. So here is the world famous Halwa Puri Channa's recipe. You can see how soft the puris are. It's going to just take you about 1.5 hours to make all this. So hope you all liked my today's recipe. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel and do follow me on Instagram as well. Do not forget to click on the bell icon for the latest updates.